I'm Enoch from Leisure X Ventures, and today we are going to put in the Velit AC system. We're going to kind of break down the process and how to, at least for our style build, and you should be able to use it to cross-reference for any type of build that you're doing. Just follow step by step, and good luck. All right, so this is the interior of the Chinook currently. And so for us, we're gonna have to start by removing these panels that I've installed. Once I've removed these panels, we will then get into the interior section. At that point, I'll measure everything out and figure the exact location that we want it. Once we get the exact location, I'll make a frame that goes around it and then install all of that, and then we'll actually make the official cut in the roof. All right, so we've got the inside kind of disassembled. I'm gonna make the 14 1/4 by 14 1/4 opening on top. So I'm marking that out currently, and then I'm going to score it, but not completely drop it down, so I get a nice outline. And then I'm gonna do the inside removal of stuff, and then I will cut through the fiberglass the rest of the way. Get it nice and marked. We're gonna get it cut here in a minute, and then we'll continue working. There you go, my fiberglass cut. Corners are cut. So now I have to cut the inside. If I hit it, it should pop out. Ready?
Oh man. Ah!
Bam.
There's a hole in the roof!
I cut a hole in the roof. And then this is a little guard. It's going to go on here like that. There'll be a couple more pieces like that to hold the back of the air conditioner. But this is the main hole. And I'm going to make a little frame just to make sure everything's nice and all together as one single unit. So I'm going to put a frame all the way around it so all of the parts are connected, and we don't just have anything floating. And then we should be ready to drop the AC in. We are very, very close. All right, so yesterday I went ahead and finished up all the prep that I wanted to get done. For me personally, we do a lot of off-roading, so I wanted to shore this up really nice and strong. So I added this framing all the way around. Not sure if that's going to be necessary in a RV build or something like that. You may already have a kind of lattice structure up top that you'll cut into, which will support the weight. But mine is open air, as you can see, so I had to add in these 2x4s just to make sure it was nice and strong. So we're good. I just test fitted the main vent section. It fits up there perfectly. So we're going to move forward. We're going to grab the AC, wrangle it up to the top of the roof, which is going to be fun, and then try to drop it down nice and easy, and then finish the overall installation. I think I'm going to have to make maybe a little hole and run the power out. But other than that, we should be pretty quick and easy drop-in process.
I need to be careful so I can balance myself.
Good thing you're tall.
Agreed. Definitely helps. So we'll get this a little bit closer.
Then I'm gonna put the foam down here. So I'm gonna put that down on the roof, and then we'll drop this in. Let me get it to where it's stable. Nice thick foam to, I think, kind of help with imperfections. No one's roof is going to be perfect. So get that down around the edge. There we go. It's got some good glue on it. It's very strong. All right. small. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Okay. They also provide foam blocks so that you can set this backside up so it's level and it's not just sitting all weird like. So there's a couple of pad spots here and here. You just got to add those on as well so that way everything is nice and stable. Again, you may have to shape these, which I am most likely going to have to do that because my roof is not flat. There's curves. So I'm going to have to cut this so that way everything sits level and has contact like it's supposed to. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Alright, so you can kind of see that. Let's see. Alright, we got it in. I got one of the cross members in here. I'm about to do the second cross member, so I'm checking my wire run here, and I'm gonna have it come right out the space that I made for these rails so that everything will fit properly. So I'm gonna slide that up there, and then my hope is that this will just go right around there, and then the wires will come through on the outside, and it'll be nice and protected. So we're gonna get that bad boy on there and then tighten it all down, and the finishing touch will be connecting it to the Comvolt and putting this trim piece up. The trim piece just connects to these little connecting points, and it'll just slide up on the inside, and we'll tighten it down and it'll be all done. So we got everything tight. I'm super happy. Everything is super solid. If you go shake it, everything shakes. So we are basically one piece at this point. We've got the wire out the side here. This channel that they provide fits perfect for the wire to run out. So then I'm going to run this over to the side here, and then probably cut a little block right here, and then have the wire go through there. And then this is going to run down, and this is going to actually be free because the roof moves up and down. So I'm going to have probably about this much slack here, like that, and then this will run down and then over to the Comvolt power brick. But yeah, that's kind of like that. Boom. Alrighty, I did it. The kit was awesome, super easy, very straightforward. Unfortunately, the Chinook roof is not very straightforward, so that took a little extra time for me to do that. But if you have a nice flat square roof, you know, this is probably an hour job at most. I've got about 3 hours into it because of my bumps and waves that are on my fiberglass roof. But after a little bit of persuasion and some love, it's in. It looks beautiful. I'm very happy. So now we've got the power wire running out the side over here and coming down. And then now, since we've got that done, it's time to start to work on the power system, the Comvolt power station. And then I've got the floor mount bracket here. So we'll figure out where exactly I want to put it. We'll mount this down. It comes with all the screws and the straps necessary for it, and then I will plop that bad boy in. Once that's in place, I'll start connecting the Anderson connectors, and these fuses go on the end here, and then I will connect those on the other end, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Oh, 60 pounds.
Relax.
All right, so I've got the Comvolt battery in here, and then I'm just kind of like dry fitting all of the connections that have to be connected to it all the time. We've got the shore power connection, we've got the DC to DC connection, and then the solar connection is built into the back here. So once I do the solar panel, I have to have it run down to a XT60 connector that will be right there. And then that'll plug into there permanently. And then this is my DC PDU unit. This the main power, and then this is a communications port. I will get a longer wire because this is too short, and then I will run that into the back there. It says COM ports, so this will connect into the COM ports, and that will allow everything to communicate as it should. And then all of the DC powered devices in the vehicle or in the back here will run off of this 10 amps all the way up to 30 amps. So really this can be, this could pretty much power everything that we have planned to go in here. And then the AC out is right on the back. So we use an induction stove, so there will be an induction stove plugged into the back here. And that'll be the only AC item. The rest, everything else that we carry or that I plan on putting in here is going to run off of DC power. So it should be really, really nice and clean. And all this is going to be hidden behind cabinetry, so you'll never pretty much see it. But figured could let everyone take a peek firsthand. We are connecting the mega fuses. They're 150 amp. This is the main distribution fuse from the Anderson power connector. So just connecting those up, and then we'll get them tightened down, and then we will be able to test out the AC. Okay. Make sure you don't have any accidents. There we go. Wire connected. Those are tight. All right. I think I should be able to turn the power on here.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we have power going there. I already charged that up to 100%, so we can actually see like power usage and stuff like that. Let's see. Power 68. It's already set fan. Our it has a voltage meter, it looks like, so we got full battery. And it's firing up. You hear it moving. It's, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear the fan. Now what is the Comvolt say? 208 watts, 217. How much is it supposed to
Wow, that's
draw?
it. That's impressive.
How much is it supposed to draw?
I haven't actually looked up max draw, but it looks like it's winding up right now. So this is going to be the highest draw is when it first fires up, and then it'll dip back down once the compressor is running. But yeah, so we're at 445 right now. 450. I think 450 might be running. Wow, that's cranking too. We're on high too. We're not on eco mode or anything like that. This is.
I mean, that's nice though. It feels good.
It's full bore.
Very nice. What's the battery say?
Wow, that feels really good. So 463 watts. It's
Oh,
it's
nice.
lit. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much leveled
pretty
out. Yep.
Do you
It went up to 470 and now it's dipping back down. So 460 to 470 at full, like we're maxed out right now. and it's already cool in here.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's legit already
That's
cool.
nice.
It's been 80 degrees all day today. It's been very hot in here. I've been sweating like a pig. This is amazing. I am so happy right now. This is so cool. All right, so we've got the Comvolt system up in here, as we were kind of showing you a minute ago. Just kind of give you a little bit of a close-up on this. If you didn't catch some of it, we've got our power ins on the front, DC power outs, those are sockets. You got some USBs there. And then on the back side, we've got all the ACs, and then this is the main outlet, which is going to provide the power to the AC unit and the DC PDU, which divides up all that power to all of our different devices that we will have inside of the Chinook shell. So pretty straightforward, comm connectors, all that. I'm super happy. Like literally everything's plug and play. Really easy. Comvolt has done a great job integrating all their systems together, and the best part about it is these are all universal systems. These are not proprietary systems. If you know me, you know that I am a big purveyor of that, because if something happens to this, I want to be able to fix it and not have to call up Joe Schmo and try to get a part that may or may not be available. So got it, all the connectors, all these are all the fuses, obviously everything runs. This works great. But right now we're jumping over to mounting it. So I've got this nice cradle that they have. I think it was like $60-ish as an add-on. It's not included in the kit, but I felt like it was a good choice. It's a really clean design. So it comes with the little screws needed. So I'm going to mount that all the way around. Once those are in, I'm going to mount that up there, strap it down, and essentially the battery is kind of done. So the Comvolt is all plugged in. Just wanted to show you it all connected and installed, so you kind of have like a visual representation of what I was going for. All right, so we've got the positive wire here connected directly to the positive, and then we've got the negative wire here connected directly to the negative terminal. Got the fuse double-sided tape there, and then ran down the side away from the exhaust. You obviously want to keep that away from the exhaust heat, and then ran behind the wheel well, and then down the frame all the way. All right, let's see if we can get a little shot of that. But either way, down the frame here and all the way down, and then we looped up right there. And then the kit all comes ready to go. You just plug in the wires into here and then tighten them down. And then I ran the trigger wire right there, and that is what gives it the signal to turn on and off when the vehicle is in operation. And then we've got our Starlink wire and the positive and negative that runs to the charger itself. So positive, negative, directly in, right up to the DC to DC. And it is currently on with the green light, which is not charging, means it is no charge state. And then when it is red, that means it is actively pushing charge into the battery. And it is a quick direct connection, XT90 connectors, plugs it all together really nicely. The only thing that you need a tool for is this guy right here to tighten down the lugs onto the wires. Super easy, super quick. I'm going to trim up these zip ties, and then that bad boy is ready to go. Once that's all in, I have it connected to the battery itself in here, and you can hear the AC running right now. But let's see here. All right, there we go. And there's a Comvolt battery with the connector right into here, and right now we're actively running the AC. We've been running it for about 30 minutes so far, and we've used 7% at 700 watts. So it's kicking butt, taking names. And one note that I noticed with all that power draw that's happening, these are all super cool to the touch on both ends, which is really nice. That means they gauged everything correctly. This is a proper built system with universal connectors, ready for a quick install. Very straightforward and easy, and very excited about this combination. And look at that AC just pumping. That's awesome. Alrighty, so I just finished up with the installation of the Comvolt DC to DC unit, and I also finished installing the Comvolt in the back of the vehicle. I have all the wires hooked up, rocking and rolling. Super happy with how it turned out. It was very straightforward, very easy. I think it took me about 5 hours. I had to do some custom cutting and some modifications to the roof to fit the AC in there properly and secured. So this is a really good combination, and probably one of the only turnkey products that I have personally found that provides you with the AC and the power solution all in a kit that you can order. They have different models, sizes, depending on your unit, all that jazz, but super easy. And then the last thing that we'll be doing on this, we'll give you guys an update on it and let you know what we think about it. But so far, I am super happy and very excited about having an AC in here for Ella. And, you know, I'm not going to complain about being nice and cool myself.